On today's show, we're going to be talking about a bunch of transfers, but just before we get started, always remember to submit your questions during the show. First, we're going to be saying goodbye to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's heading over to Roma on loan. Hopefully, he smashes it. Also, Cedric has been linked to a move to Spain, to Atletico Madrid. Pablo Marie has been linked to a move to Italy, to Sampdoria. Talking about Italy, we've been linked to Arthur Melo from Juventus, and also we've been linked to a Brazilian from Brazil, plays for Palmeiras, called Danilo. He's a midfielder, and it will cost around 20 million. The links came out today that Arsenal are heavily looking at it, and they might have already submitted a bid. Also, we're linked to another Brazilian, Bruno Guimarães from Lyon. Fabrizio Romano spoke about him. Also, also the Dusan Vlahovic rumors have heated up. Apparently, Arsenal are going to be offering him 160k a week to join Arsenal. Now, our channel EGTV is doing a shirt giveaway, so all you have to do is comment below and subscribe, and comment below which shirt you'd like, and you'll be entered into the draw, and the winner will be picked after the North London Derby. Yes, guys. So if you guys haven't already heard, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Arsenal have been in contact with Arthur Melo for a possible loan for Juventus, and we'll also be getting into Fabrizio Romano's confirming that Bruno Guimarães is on the list of people that Arsenal will be going after. We will also be talking about today, we're going to be talking about Vlahovic and the possibility that Arsenal could be signing him this January, and his wages have already been contacted and confirmed from numerous reports coming out of Italy that he will be receiving close to or in the months around 160k a week. Now, before we get any further into the video, we're going to get into all the transfer news and start off from Ainsley going to Roma all the way to everything else. But let me bring in my panel. I'm going to have Melina with me. How are you doing, Melina?
Hey, Gal. Thanks for having me on your show. It's good to be back.
No worries. And this is a late stream, so sorry to everyone in the UK. This is around 1:02 in the AM in the UK. We got the Phantom in the house. Phantom, how you doing?
What's good? You all right, yeah?
Hi, Phantom.
I'm good. So the way we're going to do this, guys, is I'm going to tell the story.
Hi, Melina.
Hi.
The way this is going to work, guys, is I'm going to say the story, the transfer story that's gone along. I'm going to ask Melina and Phantom's opinion, and then I will give you my opinion on the story after we have concluded. So the first one that we're going to be talking about today is Ainsley Maitland-Niles. If you guys haven't already seen, Ainsley Maitland-Niles has gotten his move to Roma. His move to Roma was on the cards for a little while now, and it's now been completed. So now that his move has been completed and it looks like he is officially a Roma player, how do you guys feel? Bittersweet? Do you think this was a good move for him? What do you think this does for Arsenal? Does it move the needle for us to help us bring in somebody else? Or what do you think about this move in general? Because for me, I'll just give my opinion on this first. I think it's a good move for Ainsley. I think for Jose is a good teacher when it comes to teaching people how to defend and how to work their craft. And Italy is a perfect place to get the knowledge that he needs to become a better footballer. What do you think, Melina?
I'm also going to echo what you said, but also another thing I want to highlight is I really think Ainsley would be getting a lot more first team minutes under Mourinho, and I think Mourinho is the type of player where he can improve and help develop a footballer's career. So it's really important for Ainsley to get that development that he needs, and hopefully, when the next transfer window opens up, if he does well and if they like him, they can put in a bid to buy him on a permanent option, which I think would be great business for us. At the end, it's kind of bittersweet. I'm happy for him, and I hope he'll do well. Wishing him the best of luck at Roma, playing alongside the likes of Tammy Abraham. So it'll be nice to see how he does there, and I think he'll boss it there.
There you go. Bless. Phantom, what are you saying? Ainsley Maitland-Niles to Roma. What's your thoughts?
I actually absolutely agree completely with Melina there. Like, it's bittersweet. You know how much I like the player. I love Maitland-Niles. I think there's a player in there, but I've always said that the only issues around Maitland-Niles are all mental stuff away from the pitch that affect his situation. I don't think the player is an issue though. But I reckon a good place to mature, probably the best place to mature if it works out, is Italy. It is a good ground for you to get to know your game, get those sort of principles. Like those guys are kind of stuck in the 90s, Italy. So like they can teach you a little bit of those organic principles. And yeah, if you look at Szczesny, look what happened to Szczesny when he went to Roma. Matured way, way much there compared to how anywhere else he could have gone. So hopefully the same thing happens to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Hopefully all those issues, he can put them to the side. Yeah, I wish him the best. That's all I'll say.
Josh, welcome, Josh. How you doing, Josh?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you guys? Are you all good?
We're good, man. Since everyone's takes on Ainsley is very similar, I'm assuming yours is also. So we're just gonna move straight on to Jack Wilshere. Cool.
Yeah.
Guys, the next story is Jack Wilshere will not be re-signing for Arsenal. It's pretty straightforward that Arsenal no longer want to go back to Jack Wilshere. We're going to now move on from the days of Jack Wilshere and Santi Cazorla and these guys and not look back. It was rumored that we would re-sign Jack Wilshere, but we are no longer re-signing Jack Wilshere after Arteta has made it clear that Arsenal are not interested in re-signing Jack, and his role at the club is a non-player role. He actually doesn't have an official role at the club. He's just training at the club and has been given permission to train at the club. He has no official role at the club currently. His specific words were, "It's not clear what the situation is with Jack, but the role that he's and the role that he's going to have to continue, but we are completely ruling out any possibility of signing him." In his statement, that is what it says here. Arteta has completely ruled out any possibility of signing Jack Wilshere this window. So this is a good thing in my opinion. What do you guys think?
I also think that ship sailed a long time ago, and I think Jack Wilshere's main focus is to get his coaching badges, which is what he's at the Arsenal ground to train to work towards. And the other thing I want to say is Arteta also mentioned in his press conference that he's looking for youth and young midfielders to enhance our squad. Right now, our midfield is really light, and I think, with all due respect, I think the ship has sailed a long time ago for us and Jack Wilshere. I wish him all the best to get his coaching badges, and I'm excited to see what kind of young, promising midfielder we'll be going after.
There you go. Lisa, Josh, what do you got to say on Jack Wilshere not re-signing for the club? Is this a good thing in my opinion? Time to move on. Do you echo everything Melina says, or should we just move on from this topic?
Yeah, I think 100.
Go on.
No, I think 110%. Like, he has not really played for a couple of years now. The fact that he went to, was it Brentford when they were relegated, and still didn't get the minutes. So imagine just stepping that up to the Premier League in itself. Even though we play once a week, the intensity level is just too high for him. So it's just one of those things where he's just there for morale, for the young kids to really look up to, and have that leadership and a pathway from the academy and the first team. So that's all I can really think about. It's just when I know that Twitter does talk a lot about like him replacing Xhaka, we just gotta be realistic, and basically re-signing him, it's just the old method or the old philosophy that we had, rather than going out there and actually addressing the main issue of getting a midfielder that can actually put us up to another level, rather than taking the short lane for it.
Fair. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. There's a bunch of us here, so I'm just gonna quickly go over these small stories because they're not the big main stories. So we'll now move on to the next one. The next one, Cedric. So I'm gonna let Phantom and Josh take this one, just so you guys know what the story is with Cedric. Cedric has been linked to a move to Atletico Madrid. So I see everyone in the comment section asking about the main stories. I'm gonna get to them. Just have patience. Cedric is the next story. The rumor is Arsenal, Atletico Madrid are interested in a loan deal for Cedric Soares, and the reason why they're interested in a loan deal for Cedric is because they have sold Kieran Trippier to Newcastle, and now they need a right back, and Arsenal are willing to get rid of Cedric. But the rumor has it that Arsenal are not willing to send him on loan. They want to get money in, and they are not interested in sending him on loan because they view him as a possible right back cover now that Ainsley Maitland-Niles is gone. This is a rumor coming. This is a story coming out of the Daily Mail, and a reliable journalist also from Belgium has also said this. So Atletico Madrid are interested in Cedric. It does look like we're not going to send him on loan unless we get a permanent deal. What do you think, Phantom?
I think that would be unbelievable business from Arsenal if we can get Atletico to buy Cedric from us permanently, bruh. That is literally like fish on a hook, and they've taken the bait. That would be phenomenal business. Like we've failed to get Granit Xhaka and Kolasinac and Elneny out, and Cedric came out after all of those guys, and we can get him to Atletico at this stage with what he's proven at Arsenal. Be wonderful business, in my opinion.
Anybody here think Cedric has to stay?
Me, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I do because we lack. We don't have enough right backs. Well, we've got only 3. We've got Tomiyasu, which obviously is our main one. Then we've got obviously Cedric and Callum Chambers, which obviously they're understudied. So if Cedric goes, and let's say Tomiyasu gets injured, hopefully he doesn't. If he gets injured, I don't know how we're gonna cover that. I mean, and on the other side, we could just sell him for, I don't know, how much is he worth? Probably what, 10 mil? 10 mil?
Something like
Is that right? 10 mil? So we could make money off that. But again, we need as much squad depth as we can. So it's a bit of 50-50.
I hear you. So everyone else, Melina and Lisa, you agree with Phantom? Get him gone?
I agree with Phantom. That would be a great business to get him gone to Atletico.
110%. I think it's just weeding out the players that are not good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club, and if we could get money, it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Okay, safe. Moving on now for the next one. We're moving quickly through these stories. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna slow down when it gets to the good ones. These ones are not the most important stories. We just need to get them out there first. Pablo Mari to Sampdoria, to Italy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to hear anybody here think we should keep Pablo Mari, because I want to start with that. I don't think there's any reason why we should keep Pablo Mari. We have so many center backs at the club right now, and we also have so many center backs currently on loan in the youth academy. Pablo Mari, to me, the quicker we can get rid of him, the better. So anyone disagree? The story is Sampdoria are interested in him. They're interested in getting him in the January window. The interest has been they've been interested for a while, and if they can get Pablo Mari and they can agree personal terms with Pablo Mari, Arsenal would be willing to sell.
And then just to add, Igel, I think that the caliber of the players that are linked with him, I think that who was it? I know that's Jones from Man United. I can't think of the actual footballers that are linked with him, but I just think that he is the one that's best suited because he's fit. The pace of the team, I think it will definitely benefit him. So I think for us, we're in that running seat that he's going to be sold, because the other players are linked in that same sentence. He's a lot better than all of them combined.
Yeah, so he's better than majority of the names that Sampdoria are being linked to. Does anybody here say we need to keep Pablo Mari? Because I don't think we need to. Josh, no?
No, I don't think we need to. No.
So everyone thumbs up in the comment section to get rid of Pablo Mari. Everyone here, thumbs up. Lisa, thumbs up. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Everyone's saying thumbs up.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So thumbs up to Pablo Mari leaving. Everyone gives it the seal of approval. Nobody seems to be upset with that. Moving on to the next one, we're going to talk about, it's pretty straightforward. The next story is Gini Wijnaldum. Yes, Gini Wijnaldum. Now, this one, we're going to go in depth. I'm going to get everyone's take on it. Gini Wijnaldum is linked to a move away from PSG. He wants game time, and he wants a preferred move back to the Premier League. Newcastle and Arsenal are the favorites right now to get Gini Wijnaldum. If we were to get Gini Wijnaldum, it would be on loan for 6 months with no option or obligation to buy. I personally think it would be a no-brainer if we cannot get any of our other midfield targets. Gini Wijnaldum already knows the league. He already is Premier League proven. Comes in with a pedigree, winning a Champions League and a league already in the Premier League. I think he's a no-brainer signing if we cannot get one of our main targets. What do you think, Melina?
I think it's a no-brainer signing. Thumbs up, double thumbs up for me. Get him on a 6 month loan. He's already Premier League experienced, playing for Liverpool, and it's clear as day that he wants to move back to the Premier League. And I think Arsenal would be a good spot for him to integrate back into the Premier League. And I think he would do well for us, and he suits the system that Arteta is trying to get us to play. I would look forward to that if we can't get our main targets.
There you go. People in the comment section, just while we're doing this segment, put a thumbs up or thumbs down. Gini Wijnaldum, would you take him or would you not take him? Put a thumbs up and thumbs down in the comment section. And also don't forget to hit that like button on the video, guys. Coming back to Phantom. Phantom, what's your take on Gini Wijnaldum?
Oh my days, the no-brainer. Oh my God, you have an opportunity to take Wijnaldum on loan for 6 months at this stage of the season. With what Arsenal have done, you take it. Like that is not an opportunity you pass up if it's available. Like Wijnaldum, Partey, and Odegaard. All I'll say is that's better than Tottenham's midfield. That's for damn sure. It's better than Man United's midfield. That's for damn sure. If you want top four, Wijnaldum is you can plug that gap nicely for us. Like what more do you actually want in January?
There you go. Lisa, you agree?
Yeah, I'm the same. I think that the position that we're in, everything's in our hand. If we want top four, this is the type of business that we generally need to do. And I think that I don't know if he plays the same position as Xhaka. I think that Xhaka being a great midfielder for us, I think the reputation that he has with the referee, he will definitely cost us points. So if we have someone in there, if he gets a red card or anything like that, we don't have to really shift the system too much. It's just there's a like to like replacement of him controlling the tempo of the game and kind of dictating play.
Okay. Josh, finally, Gini Wijnaldum on loan. Yes
Hell
or no?
yes. Hell yes. Yes, no brainer, as the panel said, no brainer. I will take him in 10 seconds. Legit, I will take him. He is better than most of our midfielders, and he's better than Partey as well. He's legit. He walks straight into our midfield, so it's no brainer. If we want to steal top four, we have to get quality. We have to add quality into our midfield. So I would take him straight away. So
Thanks for the
yes for
super.
me.
Thanks for the super set, Josh FC, saying Genie is quality and would take him in a heartbeat. You see, this is how much he means to him. He had to send a super chat to tell us. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Moving on away from Genie Wijnaldum. Now we're gonna get into the nooks and crannies, guys. Have you guys heard Arsenal are interested in a Brazilian? I don't even know who he is until today. I found out about him today, guys. This is who he is. This is the league winner, Parma's midfielder in Danilo, what's his name? Barbosa. Danilo Barbosa is 20 years old. Okay, he's a midfielder who plays predominantly as a DM. Okay, he's left-footed. And so he would be in the ilk of a Granit Xhaka. His passing range is stupendous. His tackling ability is better than Xhaka. He does not give away much. He does not get many fouls. His weakness is he's not that good aerially. I'm not sure how tall he is, but I didn't find out too much about that. His height on the scouting report. But his overall build and midfield is of a Granit Xhaka or Ruben Neves type player. He's much younger than them. He's 20 years old, and he's reportedly going for 20 million. The rumor originally comes from where did this originally come from? This originally came from I seen it on the Metro. 1 second, I seen it on the Metro, and this is originally comes from an outlet out of Brazil. They're saying that Arsenal have lodged a bid for him, which is 25 million euros, 21 million pounds. The Parma's midfielder, I don't think any of us have heard of him until today. So let me just tell you one more time. He is 20 years old, league winner, right? Midfielder who's played 40 games in the Serie A over there in Brazil. He has He's not. I don't know how highly touted he is or anything like that, but from what I've seen, his close control is really good. Overall he's a decent midfielder. Only weaknesses that I've seen is his aerial ability, and at times he does give away a couple fouls here and there. But over in Brazil, he does not have that many history of a red card or anything like that. So overall, £20 million. He would be one of our 2 midfield signings in this January window. Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's too much of a risk to get this young kid? I'll start with you, Melina.
I think he's a good signing. It's a massive upgrade from Granit Xhaka, and is he more of a box-to-box midfielder, if I'm not mistaken?
No, he's a DM.
Oh, okay, so he's a DM. So I think like alongside another midfielder, it would be a good signing, but preferably my ideal option is Bruno Guimarães. I think Bruno Guimarães and Danilo would be an ideal transfer window, or get me Bruno Guimarães and preferably Wijnaldum, who has Premier League experience, as we mentioned before. I think that would be a lot better than Danilo. I think Danilo's young and he's not good aerially on aerial duels. That might be a bit of a risk and a concern, and I don't think we should take that risk in this transfer window. Now, with that being said, Arteta's talent ID in the summer has been 6 out of 6. So if Arteta sees Danilo as a good target, then I'm going to trust his intuition.
Josh is back with another one. Josh says Bruno Guimarães / Danilo or Gini. Personally, I'm taking Bruno Guimarães as my number 1 option, but we're going to get into him in a second, my guy. Thank you once again for the super chat. Really appreciate it, Josh. Just before we go on to the next person, Phantom Lisa, Josh, have you guys heard of this guy before today?
No, I haven't actually. I don't know who this guy is, but I've heard of what's the team called again? Palmeiras, is it? The Brazilian team, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I've heard of it. I have no idea who he is. But yeah, 20 mil is a bargain. So if we can snap it up, then yeah. But I haven't heard of it, so I can't comment.
Go ahead, Lisa.
I think the only thing is, because I know that we generally want a replacement for Xhaka. My thing is, I want a replacement that is going to do an immediate impact. We have already a lot of young kids in there. We can't really afford to wait for him to develop unless you're buying him for the future to try to ease him in and have his development on the side, then I am all for it. But if I have to wait a good 3 to 6 months for him to actually know the system, how to play, his position and all that, then I just think that is too much of a risk. If we generally need the players in the first 11, that's all my kind of thinking or mentality is at. But if that's for the future, then I am all for it. And I didn't even know who this person was. I just looked at the time here. It was 11:30 where we made a cheeky bid for him. And I think that's the way the club's really operating. We're not going to know who our targets are unless a credible outlet is telling us, oh, we're nearly there, this and this. So we don't know who the type of player he is. I just think that as Arsenal fans, we've kind of grown to trust Arteta with his talent ID, like Melina said, but it's just a patient battle with him. He's just, as much as Gabriel moved from the League 4 of Brazil and made a quick impact that he did, it's great, but that's not going to be the same case for every player that's kind of come out from smaller leagues or kind of a pro league. We just generally need to give him the patience and the development that he needs before making a judgment.
Okay, safe. We got some other comments here, but before we go on to the next one, Phantom, you said you know him. Tell me what you know.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him, but obviously, I watched Spider-Man earlier today, and came out the cinema and I saw these rumors. I was like, oh, lovely follow-up to that movie. So I've done a little bit of research, looked at him. Yeah, he looks. Yeah, I'm just thinking about the profile of the squad. If he comes in, something tells me he won't be the midfield signing. I think he'll be one of two. I reckon he would strike me. Would kind of strike me. You see how we've got Lokonga to kind of back up Partey? It probably seems like Xhaka, he'll be the Xhaka replacement. The only thing I worry about him is obviously he's young and the physicality doesn't look just like Lokonga. Like he needs to get some dumbbells in and get that chest out. Like he needs to improve physically. But yeah, I would be more looking at it in terms of the profile of players. Suits us. With suddenly Arteta's looking for ballers all over the midfield. Thomas Partey, Lokonga, Xhaka, Danilo. Those are ballers. Every single one of them can play. I can picture them playing 4-2-3-1 in a pivot or in a 4-3-3. Every single one of those players. I can see what's happening here. And also, we've got a young core of Brazilians, like the Martinellis, the Edus in the box at the top, Gabriel. They'll look after him. Like I can see how it would fit and how he would suit us. But yeah, I don't think he would be the main signing, but he's exactly what we need. Agile in the midfield, can escape from crowd scenes, progressive passer. Yeah, I can fully understand it. So, but I don't think he'd be the main guy. That doesn't seem right to me. If we get somebody like him, then yeah, we're probably gonna get someone like Wijnaldum on loan.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop you there. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Do me a favor, guys. We got 60 people in the chat, but we only got like 17 likes. It's absolutely free, does not cost you a penny. But if you want, you can also support the channel, just like Josh has. Wonderful guy, submitted some super chats. You don't have to do that though, but the easiest way to support the channel is just hit that like button. It's absolutely free. We already have 18 likes. One of you guys have already liked it. It's free, guys. Just take 2 seconds out of your time. Every single like that you guys submit helps the channel get more eyes on it, helps get pushed out. And the YouTube algorithms are definitely against some of us, but you guys can help me out by just hitting that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it helps me out a lot, right? Now, let's continue. And now it's time to speak about the guy that everybody wants to talk about. Fabrizio Romano today that said Bruno Guimarães' transfer is on. Now, when I say it's on, it doesn't mean it's completed. It doesn't mean it's confirmed. It doesn't mean it's a done deal. This might happen. And this is one of those guys that a lot of people are interested in. So let's talk about it. Bruno Guimarães, what did he say? I'm going to tell you guys what he said. He said, Fabrizio Romano, when speaking about Bruno Guimarães today, he spoke and he said, Arsenal are working on the signing of the midfielder Bruno Guimarães. Guimarães is appreciated currently and is not discussed as an Arsenal January target. The deal is too complicated. 45 million euros will need to be dished up for Arsenal to get this signing over the line. Now, this is a little bit different from what we heard a couple of days before that. We heard numerous links to Bruno Guimarães and Arsenal. We've heard numerous links for the player, but what you guys have to realize is he is a Kia Jarabkin agent player. He is linked to Arsenal for a 35 million pound move this window, and he's also a Kia agent. Kia knows that he cannot get as much agent fees starting this upcoming summer because there will no longer be from now on there will be a cap on the wages agents can get. So a lot of people are trying to get their players to make moves in this January window to try to get as much money they can possibly get. If Arsenal do put the money up to Lyon, they will accept. But the question is, how much money will we also have to give to the agent to get the deal over the line? That's what's making this deal more and more complicated than everyone expects it to be. So yeah, I'm gonna go to you first on this one, Melina.
Can I quickly go in because I'm gonna get ready for work?
Oh, go ahead, Lisa.
Okay. Because we've been scouting him for like a good 2 years or under 2 years. So knowing that there's genuine interest there from our end, but it always comes down to all of the profile of midfielders that we've been linked to, who was there to get into the first 11 and make immediate impact. Because I think from the board and Arteta's point of view, Champions League, that's the main goal that we need, and everything is just kind of in our hands. So I definitely think it's a Xhaka replacement, but it always comes down to he's going to need time to develop and know our system. So unless this is who we want and pay for the money, then we're all for it. And I think that also, I just wanted to note that we are desperate, but we're not. I think that if we're kind of thinking smartly, I think we will pay the agent's fee depending how fair it is and from our end. Because if we go in the summer, look at the amount of players that are generally leaving on a free. So we are like, as right now, taking Party out, we only have like 2 or 3 senior midfielders, and that is not the level of caliber that we need. As much as we play once a week, if God forbid, touch on wood, one of them get injured, we are screwed, and we're back in the drawing board again of only having 2 midfielders and try to tweak the whole system for the new midfielders to adjust to it. So I think that it comes down to the level and the seriousness of the board and how they want to operate near the future. Because I said we've been linked with a couple of midfielders. It's just up to them to kind of see if they fit and the impact and where we go from there. And thank you, Igal. I'm gonna get ready for work. I'll see you guys later.
Take care,
No
Lisa.
worries. That was a lovely and beautiful Lisa. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Moving on to Melina. What are you saying?
I also echo what Lisa said, and with Ainsley now going on loan to Roma, Party and El Nini at AFCON, our midfield is only left with Sambi Lokonga and Granit Xhaka. So for me, a midfielder is a very important pickup this window. The only thing I'm concerned about with the Bruno Guimarães signing is the fact of the agent fees. And I think the agent fees, from what Fabrizio Romano said, is possibly what's making the transfer a bit more complex and complicated than it should be. I know the agent fees are going to be capped in the summer, so it's clear as day that the agents want to get the best bang for their buck and value for themselves and for the players' interest as well. For me, Bruno Guimarães is my ideal signing for a midfielder. And Wijnaldum on loan I would take for the 6 months. I think Bruno's a really good player, and I think he would fit in with what we're trying to do with our project Use, and it would be a massive upgrade from the likes of Granit Xhaka.
There you go. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Do me a favor, don't forget to smash that like button while you guys are here. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about Bruno Guimarães. Personally, he's also my favorite. Phantom, is he your favorite?
Yeah, he's one of my top 5, that's for sure. But I've got a list of midfielders.
Is he number one on that top 5?
He's in my top 5. Like I have categories, if that makes sense. Like in my top 5, I have a top 5 category, if that makes sense. So I have a tier 1, a tier 2, and a tier 3. So he's probably in my tier 1, that's for damn sure. But I reckon I reckon he would be perfect for us though, honestly. Like if you watch carefully, I think Arteta's trying to do this thing where we're playing 4-2-3-1, but we're subliminally kind of turning into a 4-3-3 team. And I reckon Arteta, just one of these days, we're just going to be doing it naturally, and he's going to be like, stop, you're doing it. You're 4-3-3 now. Like you're practically in the positions. And he's one of these players. The way we've been playing 4-3-3, you see how Thomas Partey's kind of been at the base, and then Xhaka's kind of been pushed up kind of next to him. In that, especially that role, if that Granit Xhaka role is evolving like that, then I reckon Bruno Guimarães suits that perfectly. Like more than Granit Xhaka at that point. Pressing higher up, playing killer passes, he's really good at that. He's way more agile than Granit Xhaka. And he's way more progressive by nature. And I'm talking through the middle. One of the gripes that I have with Granit Xhaka is his progressive passes. He likes to pass through the lines to the number 10 at best, or to the lacquer dropping in. But like, we need a guy who's gonna give through balls through the middle. I miss that element, and Thomas Partey gives that, but he would give that as well. And yeah, I reckon it'll suit us. Like he's in my tier 1, 100%.
No worries, bro. Let me just get to some of the comments. Big up to Khalid in the house. Big up to Williams. Thank you for the shout out, bro. He's saying Arsenal and Spurs next 3 league games. Good luck. Man United and Spurs. I don't know who has Man United and Spurs as the next 2 league games. Is that Chelsea? Sohan saying Romano said there's 3 people on the list: Bruno Guimarães, and some unknown midfielders. We're going to talk about that in a second. It's obviously Vlahovic and Isaac. Yes, we know that, my guy, Netweed. Noah saying shout out to Sohan. Big up Sohan. Big up Noah. Arteta Invincible says it is reasonable to spend much money after the Vlahovic stance and get Wijnaldum on loan for now. I definitely hear you. If we do get Vlahovic, it's going to be difficult to do both. Let's push for maximum, mate. Someone here asked if Jarabkin is dealing as an intermediate. It definitely says on Arsenal are monitoring the situation, and Kia is linked to as one of the main parts in this deal. We got James Russell here. James, what's up, James? Hello, you there? Hello, James. Okay, I don't know if he knew he was clicking on to join the YouTube video. Go ahead, Josh. What are you saying?
Well, this player levels ahead of Xhaka. In fact, he's player Xhaka. I don't even need to go into that. But I'm okay. Okay. So is he okay? So he's a what? So is he a box to box then, or is he just a natural centre midfielder?
He is. He can play as a box to box midfielder. He can play part of a two as. I don't really know if he's just. Let's be honest. He can play a plethora of positions for us. But the main reason why we'd be signing him is to be the player who does the Xhaka role, the register. Am I wrong, guys? Because I think his passing range is the reason why we'd be signing him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Josh, I'm not gonna lie, Josh. I'm just gonna need to shorten up the panel for this, but thank you for coming on, bro. Really appreciate it. Okay?
Cool. Cheers, man. Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Josh. Big up, Josh, my guy. James is in the house. James, you back? Okay, James doesn't know what's going on. It's okay. Moving on to the next one. Big up Phantom and Melina for joining me and the 137 people in the chat at this time of night. Moving on to the final two transfer stories. Fabrizio Romano mentioned Arthur Melo on loan to Arsenal. I don't want nothing to do with this, guys. The rumor is Arthur Melo would be available on loan from Juventus. I don't want nothing to do with this transfer. I think it would be a terrible move for Arsenal. I think the player has failed everywhere he's gone, or maybe not failed, but he was moved on from both from Barcelona and now being moved on from Juventus. The discussions are Arthur Melo on loan is being discussed a couple of days ago. Still no talks. The contract with Juve and 3 other players are on the list. So to me, Arthur Melo part is a nothing statement. There's 3 more players on the list. So let's think who those players. Zachariah, Renato Sanchez, and who could the other one be? Because we already spoke about Bruno Guimarães and Arthur. So there's 5 people. The last one could be Frankie de Jong.
Or Frankie.
So that is my thing. Arthur himself, I really don't care about this story. I think it's a nothing story. What do you guys think?
I think we shouldn't even entertain this whatsoever. He should be nowhere near the Arsenal short list of midfielders. I think he's failed every club he's been at, especially at Barcelona in the early days of his career. And for me, no thank you. Just simply move on. Keep it stepping and keep it moving.
Phantom, you're smiling. Why?
I'm caught in 2 minds over this because I actually disagree with both of you. I think.
Oh my Lord.
At Barcelona, there was one time where it was that season when they had the kind of pink stripes that went down the middle. I remember watching him that season. I was like, who's this kid? He was bloody phenomenal in some games in that season. But since whatever's happened, I don't understand the Pjanic and Melo transfer. I never understood that. But apparently he fell out with some people and whatnot, and it has absolutely not worked out at Juventus. But there's a good player in there, but it seems a bit of a gamble now because of what's happened at Juve. But man, I don't think he's failed. It's gone downhill aggressively. So I don't know what the hell's happening there, but nah, I don't want nothing to do with it because of that. Because I don't wanna gamble with anything less than potential that's doing this. So yeah.
Okay, people in the comment section agree with us, guys. If you can see right here, let's go to some of the comments. They sorry, wrong size. So they're saying completely agree with Melina. Danilo from Palmer's. Are we talking to him? Yes, we are talking to him. There's a timestamp. You can go back and rewatch it at the end. We spoke about him and his links to Arsenal. Rumored that Arsenal have submitted a cheeky 21 million pound bid. What else are we saying? Danny Ceballos ripped Burnley. Yeah, I know. Did you guys see the Danny Ceballos meme today from some guy?
That
I swear to God,
actually got me. I almost had a
I had a heart
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
I thought it was real. But yeah, moving on to the final story, the story we all came for, Dusan Vlahovic.
Dusan
Why?
Vlahovic.
Okay,
Let's go.
It's time to talk about Dusan Vlahovic. He will earn 26K per week at Arsenal Football Club. Dusan Vlahovic will earn 26K per week at Arsenal Football Club. That is, he will earn 160K per week. What do you guys think?
Wait, what?
Sorry. 160K per week.
Oh, okay, not 24K. I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
160K per week. He currently earns 26K. That's how much he will be earning, guys. What do we say?
This would be a gem of a signing, a steal of a signing for a striker in January. And the only thing that's making it difficult to get it over the line, I feel, is the agent, again, because the agent's trying to get the most value and money he can, since agent fees are going to be capped in the summer. Dusan Vlahovic to Arsenal with the project that we're doing with the youth we're trying to build off of would be a great addition to our team. And no one can chat to me about Aubameyang or Lacazette. He's the complete striker and missing piece to the puzzle. Arsenal have been eyeing him since November. And it's clear that Arteta has been interested in him for a while. Since Torreira is part of a player plus cash deal, I think this is a no-brainer. 2 thumbs up from me. Heck, 10 fingers from me. Hands up for this player. Get him to the carpet ASAP as soon as January, hopefully after the North London derby. I'd take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, just 1 second. James is back. James, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing, man? What do you think about Vlahovic to Arsenal?
I've watched a lot of clips of him, and he reminds me a bit of Van Persie. He's a penalty box striker. But
hey, brother James, I just need to stop you. There's music playing in the background. Could you please turn it off? And then we'll come back to you in a second, okay? Just make sure there's no music in the background because I don't want to get copyright strikes. You hear me? Okay, perfect. Phantom, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Let me tell you guys what the report is. The report is Dusan Vlahovic. Everything that we were hearing about Dusan Vlahovic not wanting to come to Arsenal. Let me full screen myself. Everything that we were hearing about Dusan Vlahovic's agent not picking up the phone calls, bullshit. Hearing about the player doesn't want to come to the club, bullshit. Hearing about the player saying he doesn't want to speak to Arsenal, bullshit. Hearing about the player wanting to go to Tottenham, bullshit. He said he wants to play for Antonio Conte. Okay? Tottenham had an opportunity to sign him, to sell Harry Kane and sign him. They did not sell Harry Kane. Manchester City are in for Haaland. They're not going to go for Dusan Vlahovic. And even as an alternative to Haaland, Dusan Vlahovic is not even on their short list. Okay? Bayern Munich do not want a striker right now. They still have Lewandowski. Juventus have made it clear that Alvaro Morata will be staying at Juventus and they will not be signing Dusan Vlahovic. Fiorentina have already signed their replacement in the former AC Milan striker in Piątek, or I forget how to say his name, but they've already signed a replacement for him. And finally, the bid has been accepted by the club. They not only have accepted the bid, but Lucas Torreira will be going in the other way for £15 million. to make the deal cheaper for us. So we'll only have to pay 45 plus add-ons. And overall, this whole entire deal will cost Arsenal less than 80 million pounds. This deal is very likely to get done in January. Get yourselves ready, because if this deal is done, then you'll start seeing movement for the midfield. This deal is the priority deal for Arsenal this January. And a lot of people are saying it's on. It's happening, they're saying. Right now, at this moment, January 9th, 2020, Dusan Vlahovic to Arsenal is at the doorstep. Everything just needs to be finalized. If it gets finalized, it depends on his agent and 10 million pounds that the agent wants in agent fees. That is all that is holding this deal. And to anybody who wants Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Alexander Isak, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is third choice. Alexander Isak is second choice, but he just came off an ankle injury and he's out until for at least 2 months, or at least 2 weeks minimum with an ankle injury. So we will not be signing him. In 2 weeks' time, the window's pretty much done. He won't be healthy in time for us to sign him. And we have not had any conversations with Real Sociedad and about him and his signing at the moment. So this deal is on the doorstep. Let me bring it back to the boys. Melina, you go first. Thoughts?
You know what? I agree with everything you said. I still think it's, something's bound to happen. And I'm convinced we would sign him, but I think it might go down to the wire till deadline day. Potentially. And with the Alexander Isak, his injury was yesterday during the game. And respectfully, I don't think we would end up risking a player who's injured. There's no point of signing a player who's not going to be available to play on the pitch. I know we signed Martinelli when he was injured, but it's a different situation. And Arsenal have been Arsenal actually have been monitoring Dusan Vlahovic since 2016. We wanted to sign him then, but obviously we didn't end up doing that. So it really feels like they've had this player profile in mind for a while. And I think it could happen, and they're willing to pay the agent fees as well. And Arsenal have not done that before. We've always been last place or to get a signing or to go after it. And with Juve now stepping down and not in the race for Vlahovic, I think, this could very well and truly happen.
Okay, so first things first, Arteta Invincibles, that's BS. Arsenal are keeping tabs on him for a long time, and his agent ignored Arsenal last summer as other clubs were interested back then. Okay, I hear you. Things have changed now. No longer are Man City interested, no longer are Juventus interested, no longer are Tottenham interested, no longer are Bayern Munich interested. At the moment, there's only one club who have shown interest, and we actually have an official bid pretty much submitted, and I've heard that it has been accepted from Fiorentina. So at the moment, there's only one club interested, there's only one club that is showing interest, and there's only one club that is at the front seat of this transfer. That is why we are the favorites to sign him, and that is why we are now talking about personal terms. Go ahead, Phantom. You're smiling a lot.
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. There are very few signings from Arsenal that give me goosebumps. Vlahovic is one. Like, I'm telling you, if we get this kid, like, oh my gosh, man. If like you think about being in the Champions League and knowing Arsenal, we'll have rotten luck. And if we ever get champions, if we get top four, we'll draw Bayern Munich in the round of 16, straight in, back in. Like you ain't been in Champions League for 6 years. There you go, Bayern Munich in the group stages. Like, I want Vlahovic at the ready for that fucking moment. Like, oh, excuse my French, sorry.
No worries.
But like, bruh, like, put it this way. There's not one statement that you could make to me that is bigger than Vlahovic. There is not one statement right now for Arsenal's situation that you could make to me that is bigger than Vlahovic. That's the biggest statement you could literally make to me now in the summer, whatever. Because the way I'm looking at it is, if you're not gonna get Mbappe or Haaland, get Vlahovic, and I mean that for the whole of Europe. So if we manage to get Vlahovic, yeah, it's almost like, this is how I'm gonna look at it. Of course, it's also up to him to make his career. but it's also up to us, right?
What
Like
kind of
if
comment? Yo, 1 second, Dad. How am I gonna call a grown man dad? Listen, why do people still support Arsenal? The reason why people still support clubs is because they have an affinity to that club. And I have an affinity to Arsenal Football Club, just like Phantom and Melina. And the reason why we support the club is because we don't give up. Some people give up on other things. They're bandwagoners.
we're here through the highs and the lows that we've just experienced. If we get to a high, it's worth it.
We
Let me
deserve
put it that way. But
deserve
yeah, like literally, one thing, last thing I was gonna say is, for the footballing gods, this guy is supposed to become a demon in football. If we get him, it's up to us to not let down the footballing gods with what this guy is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this guy, if he goes to Man City, he's gonna like
Man
he's gonna
City
be
don't want him. He's not even in
yeah.
their top 3.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, as in wherever this guy goes, if it's a proper team, he's going to get a lot of goals. So like, if we were to steal him away from everybody else, we have got. You cannot get a better prospect than Vlahovic up front. That's what I'm saying. It's the ultimate statement. If we get him, finally, I'm gonna make a comp, and it's gonna be that Josh be excited. I would say be excited. That's the moment now where I'm like, okay.
Arsenal Football Club are moving like a big club. There's 126 of you guys, 68 of you guys watching right now because we are moving like a big club this window, and I love it. If you guys could do me a favor, smash that like button on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, because I know a lot of you guys are new and you've not watched this channel before. So take a second to hit that subscribe button. And you know what? Thank you, Phantom. Thank you, Melina, for joining me. I really appreciate it. I got to get back to work in a couple minutes. So I'm gonna leave you guys here, but I've left a timestamp for everything. There's a beautiful comment that I seen here that we need to talk about. We are never getting Haaland. He would rather dream, but Vlahovic is next level to Haaland. Further additions, we should challenge for the title next season and after making top 4. You know what, Godfrey? I agree with you. If we continue to strengthen at this level, we will be closer to that challenging point than we are top 4. Because at this point, we are knocking on the door for the Liverpools and Chelsea's catching up to them. If we need to catch up to City, we have to wait until they drop off, because they don't look like they're dropping off. We just need to be ready when they drop off and pounce like a cat and take that title from them. But for now, we're not talking about titles. We're just talking about progression. Take it game by game, guys. Don't get ahead of yourselves. But still, be excited because Arsenal are finally acting like a big club, and I love it. Anyways, you guys got anything to say, Melina?
No, I think it was a really good stream. We covered everything, and hopefully we get a lot more news in the coming weeks. I'm looking forward to it, though.
You want to shout out your channel?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Phantom?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to getting this mix between Harry Kane and Van Persie leading the line up front at Arsenal. That's all I'm looking. That's the statement I need to see. But yeah, like it's been a pleasure, Igal. Always a pleasure coming on your channel, Melina. Finally,
Nice to see you, Phantom. You look just like Pepe.
There you go.
And
There
yo,
you go.
guys, do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter is at EGTV right? That's where you can find me on Twitter. I talk a lot of random, and I'll be going to Dubai tomorrow, so I will not be able to do my regular transfer videos as normal, but I'll still try to do whatever I can for you guys as things are coming along, and I'll try to do a video every day while I'm out there. I might be on a rooftop or something, but hey, I'm not trying to show off. It's my birthday tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on the 10th. So I'm going to be, my wife got me tickets to go to Dubai. But yeah, have yourselves a wonderful day, guys. You already know what it is, the Kitty G on EGTV. Appreciate you guys.
Yo, happy birthday in advance and have a safe trip, man.
I'll wish you on the 10th.
We'll definitely speak, guys. Just stay backstage for a second. Let's get this show wrapped up. Peace out, guys. On today's show, we're going to be talking about a bunch of transfers, but just before we get started, always remember to submit your questions during the show. First, we're going to be saying goodbye to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's heading over to Roma on loan. Hopefully he smashes it. Also, Cedric has been linked to a move to Spain, to Atletico Madrid. Pablo Mari has been linked to a move to Italy, to Sampdoria. Talking about Italy, we've been linked to Arthur Melo from Juventus, and also we've been linked to a Brazilian from Brazil, plays for Palmeiras, called Danilo. He's a midfielder, and it will cost around 20 million. The links came out today that Arsenal are heavily looking at it, and they might have already submitted a bid. Also, we're linked to another Brazilian, Bruno Guimarães from Lyon. Fabrizio Romano spoke about him. Also, also the Dusan Vlahovic rumors have heated up. Apparently, Arsenal are going to be offering him 160k a week to join Arsenal. Now, our channel